Okay, so on to the restorative part of our half flow and half stretch practice. From your child's pose, grip the mat with your fingertips and pull yourself forward. Lower all the way onto your bellies. So walk the legs back. Rest arms by your sides, turning onto one cheek, belly shavasana. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your back. Lift and lower of your back body with the inflation, deflation of your lungs. Onto the opposite cheek with an exhale. And then bringing chin to the center of your mat. Take your arms out to a T. Turn onto your right cheek again. Slide your left hand underneath your left shoulder and then roll over onto your right shoulder. Coming into a swimmer stretch, first restorative pose. First active stretch. So the poses during the second part of the practice are going to be a little more stretchy than your typical restorative poses. We're not using a ton of pillows and blankets and props. So these will be more active stretches, but we'll hold them for a longer time so that they'll be more restorative for our bodies. And less power poses. Less flowy. So if you want to go further here, you're welcome to reach your left arm up to the ceiling or wrap it behind your back, or maybe even reach for your right hand with your left. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out, slowly unraveling yourself from this side. Left hand to the floor and then lowering your front body down to the mat, chin to the mat, arms out to a T. Turn onto your left cheek, slide your right hand underneath you, and then roll onto your left shoulder. Swimmer stretch, maybe bending your right knee and planting the foot behind your left leg. Steady the flow of your breath. Let your head be heavy. Try not to crank your neck here. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Maybe reach your right arm up to the ceiling or tuck it behind your back. Last few breaths. And slowly begin to unravel this pose the same way you came into it. Lower down gently onto your front body, arms out to a T, chin to the mat. We'll slide both hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes and press back, tabletop position. And then swing your legs around. Sit tall. Cross your right thigh over your left thigh, setting up for cow face pose. So instead of shins stacked, like in seated double pigeon, we're bringing the thighs closer together and the shins kind of splay out to the side. You can tuck your heels in close to your hips, or you can send them more out towards the edges of your mat, whatever's more comfortable for you. And if hips are really tight, it might work better to cross the ankle than the thigh, and that's okay if your knee's up here too. And then take your strap, whatever you're using, if you're using one. Take your left arm overhead, drop your left fingertips behind your back, and see if you can reach up with your right hand to meet your left. So this is where the strap comes in. You might want to use that strap so that your fingers can meet if they don't meet on their own. You can use them to pull both your elbows back, opening up your chest and your shoulders. So top elbow faces up to the ceiling, bottom elbow faces down to the floor. And from here you can stay seated upright, or you can start to fold forward, bringing your belly down toward your thighs. Watch that you don't let that left elbow drop. Like, keep lifting it up and back. And we'll take just about 5 more deep breaths with the bind, with the arm bind. So on this next exhale, gently release your arms. Maybe roll your shoulders back a couple times. And then option to walk your hands forward and find a fold over your legs for a deeper hip stretch if that's available. While your shoulders and your head fall, rounding your back. And exhale, walk your hands to your hips to come up. Unwind your legs. Kick out in front of you to shake out that stretch. Release your knees. And then extend your legs long on your mat. Sit tall, stretching your arms overhead. Seated forward fold. So just bowing down over your legs. And if you've got a block or a pillow, you can take that for right over your shins or your thighs, under your chest or forehead, or if you want to lengthen your stretch, you could tuck a block in front of your feet. Whatever works best for you. Find some place where you can stay and breathe, holding for a little longer than you normally do in this pose. And try to keep your feet active as you move the breath in and out. Stay for about 5 more rounds. Maybe letting go of tension. If you're holding anywhere, your face, your shoulders, your jaw. And let go of any holding and kind of just sink in for these last couple breaths. Complete surrender. So on an exhale, slowly, gently come up to seated, no rush. Maybe walk your hands behind you and lift your chest up to release. And then set up for cow face pose on the other side. Right thigh is under, left thigh is over. Try to even out the weight in your sitting bones. Get your heels to be to line up across your thighs if that's possible. And then take your strap. Reach your right arm overhead. Drop your right fingertips behind your back. Reach up and around with your left. Either catch the fingers or to catch the strap. And then sit tall. Pull your top elbow back. Press your head into your arm. Lifting up through the top of your skull. Option to stay upright or fold forward. I think upright's enough for me today. somewhere you can stay with your deep breathing. And hold this armband for about 5 more cycles of breath. And on your next exhale, gently release your strap off to one side. Maybe walking your hands forward, folding your belly to your thighs if that's available, going deeper into your hips. And exhale, slowly walk your hands back up to your hips. Unwind your legs sitting back. Kick out your legs to release. And then take the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana, seated tall. Grab onto your ankles or your shins and pull your chest forward. Reach up through the top of your head. Stay upright or take another forward fold. So the closer your heels are to your hips, the more of a hip opening stretch it'll be. But the more you slide your feet up the length of your mat, the more of a forward fold you'll be able to get. So up to you again what works for you today or what's serving you today. And you could take that block and set it up for your forehead or for your elbows. Let's take 5 more deep breaths. Exhale, rise up to seated. Block to the side, somewhere where you can access it. Lower all the way onto your backs. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. And take that block and lift up your hips. Slide the block or the pillow underneath your low back. And extend your legs up to the ceiling. Supportive inversion. So arms can just stay resting by your sides here, or you can rest them on your belly or your chest, or take arms overhead. As much of a bend in your knees as your hamstrings need, so not trying to force anything here. Just allowing blood from your legs to flow down into your upper body. Increase your circulation and rejuvenate your body. Take your last couple breaths here. And slowly bring your knees down to your chest. And then your feet forward and down to the floor. Lifting up your hips and sliding the block out from underneath you. Hug knees to your chest. Open up your arms to cactus arms and let your knees fall over to the right. Supine spinal twist. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale over to the left. Scooting your hips into center. One of your shoulders lifted off the mat. Try to keep both grounded. to your knees, back to center. Give yourself one final squeeze, knees to chest, maybe rocking side to side. And then come down into Shavasana, final rest. So extend your legs out long, arms out long by your sides. Grab any extra props like blankets or layers. Get comfortable and fall into stillness. Close your eyes, slow down your breath. You are welcome to stay here as long as you need, thinking of it as a reset for the rest of your day. No need to do any type of multitasking here. Thanks again for practicing with me. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.